Hey, what's going on, everyone? We are out here at Ocotillo Wells, and we've got the side-by-side. I've got the Bronco, got my buddy Josh, who also has a Bronco, and he's got his side-by-side. And I've done quite a few upgrades to the Polaris General recently. I'm going to give you a quick update on what we've done, and I'll give you a sneak peek at my buddy's side-by-side as well. So let me turn the camera around. Let me show you what we got going on. All right, guys, so we have had the Polaris General out a few times and just having a blast with it. I didn't realize how much fun this thing was going to be, and I am really enjoying it. But there were a few modifications that I did to it, some things that I wanted to do, and I'm going to talk about those here. And you'll notice a little scratch on here, which we will talk about in just a second. So the first thing I did is I put on some BF Goodrich mud terrain tires. Now I am partnered with BFG, so I'm excited to be using their tires this year. So we put those on all four, and I was thinking about doing a fifth tire spare, but I think what I've decided to do is I'm carrying a small little compressor, and I'm going to carry a tire repair kit, and we'll see how that works versus carrying the full weight of a full size spare. Now the first thing you'll notice is we put windows. So I put a front window in, which was a super easy install, less than like 20 minutes to do that. There's just 4 clamps on here. You had to install a small little plate here which it rests on, but you can see inside there's just these little latches that attach to the roll bar. It works perfectly, and actually to take the window out is super easy. So very happy with that. It's full glass. You can see it is tempered glass, so that's a nice install right there. There is an option to do a windshield wiper if we want to do that, so I don't know, we'll see how that goes. We're in Southern California, so we might be okay. And then we did also the rear window, which again was a very easy install. It was probably a little harder than the front just because I had to move the rack out of here and we had to put this plastic plate down there. But again, just a couple clamps, and it was really easy to install. I did have to remove the speakers just to get the clamps up in there, but again, pretty happy with the windows. This will be the first time out on the trail with our half doors, and so we put on the full half door kit. And again, it's pretty warm today, so we don't necessarily need to have these, so we'll probably be running these unzipped, and we'll see how the dust is. There's some questions about windows and dust and turbulence, and so we'll see how that goes. But we're pretty happy with these. These were a half-day install. There was a lot of work in drilling some holes in here. You had to pull the inside door panels off to get these all to line up. There's still some gaps that I'm not quite happy with, but all in all, I'm really happy with the fitment. There's a couple things that we're going to work on, just kind of bending some of the frame, but they actually really fit really well, so pretty happy with those. And then you can look down here and you can see I did the Polaris rock sliders, which bolted right on. Really, that took less than 5 minutes aside just to do that. They have like a special crush bolt that you have to use on there, and those are easy to install. And now we'll have some extra protection because, look here guys, I really goofed up. So I was getting fancy and thought I could crawl up this obstacle that, well, I was kind of unsuccessful, and it was a slow motion, rolled it right on its side. It was in the sand, but as we were pulling it out, trying to get it out, we just scratched it up a little bit. So I'm going to be doing some painting and some buffing to do this, and that was 100% on me. I thought I could go up this really rutted out obstacle that I couldn't, and ended up laying it about 1/3 on its side, which, yeah, lesson learned for me. I need to be more careful. Another thing we did back here is, back here I have the belt kit. So this is something that's very advisable to carry with you, and that is a replacement belt with all the tools. And so I've just bolted it back here to the rack, and so we've got that just in case. And then inside we've done a couple other little things. So I did a 67's design foam mount, so we've got that in here. And then in the back, just some basic stuff that you should always carry. We've got a fire extinguisher, although I think I will get one of those Elements fire extinguisher because those are just a little more compact. And then we've got a first aid kit down there, which always should have a first aid kit with you. So I think that's all the upgrades that I've done on the Polaris General recently. Pretty happy with that. Now we're towing it with the Bronco today, and the Bronco just does not care. And I did get this aluminum trailer. What I like about the aluminum trailer is it only weighs about 650 pounds, single axle, and the payload is well over the weight of the Polaris General, so that works out really well. And then my buddy Josh, who just also happens to have a Bronco and an aluminum trailer. And I will say, this color in the sun, it looks good, guys. There's some metal flake in there. I mean, the red looks nice, but that is sweet. Anyway, we're loving the Broncos. These are fun vehicles out here in the desert, by the way. So he's got a Polaris RZR Turbo S 2-door, and he has already done quite a few little modifications to this thing. He's got some, oh, I didn't mention that I did put on some side mirrors. Mine are a little bit bigger. I actually like his. These are a little more slim. He's got some KC lights up here. Inside, he's got the full rugged air kit, so that all tubes into his helmet. Plus, he did an install with the Rugged Radio's radio system. You can see his is definitely a lot dirtier than mine. But I'll tell you what, I drove this little Turbo S, and man, is it a lot of fun to drive. I love the Polaris General, but when you want to get after it, when you want to just go hard, these things are a blast to drive. You know, I love the Polaris General 4-door, but I think if I was going to rewind in time, I don't think I necessarily need a 4-door. I think a 2-door might actually fit my style a little bit better. But my son Jordan and I, just the two of us, Josh, we're going to go head out there, guys, and do a little exploring today. So there you go, guys. There's a quick update on the Polaris General. More to come on this. I think I've got a couple more things that we want to do, but today we're just going to go out and hit the trails and have a lot of fun out there. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with me. If you have not seen the original walk around video, I will leave a link down below for that one. Go check it out. Thanks for watching.